Welcome everybody to WAPPY. We are about to welcome in Jamal Edwards, and let's make sure we give him a silent clap and then we'll clap loudly when the session finishes. Wonderful, Jamal, welcome to WAPPY. We are so excited. Won't be long. Hello. Clap, woo!
Hello, sorry, but the door rang.
No, we have these things happening to us. So you can see all of us now.
Yeah.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to just initially just get everyone to say a big hi. Okay, for some of us might be feeling a bit shy, but everybody unmute yourselves and let's all say a big up, welcome, Akuba, hi to Jamal, yeah? Everybody, 1, 2, 3, go. Hi.
Hello.
Brilliant.
Hello.
Hi. Okay, shall we all just say who we are? Let me start with myself. I'm Grace Quantz. I'm also known as Akuba, which means Wednesday ball girl from Ghana. Male equivalent is Kwaku or Kwaku, so Akuba means Wednesday born. Yeah.
My name's Effie and I'm 16.
Thank you. Let's go to the left over here. Naya, would you two like to introduce yourselves? Unmute.
Hello, my name's Naya and I'm a young poet.
And you?
My name's Quincy and I'm a young footballer.
He really is. He's been scouted by Arsenal. Let's go to the right, my dear friend and collaborator.
Oh, hello. My name is May White. I work with Grace and I teach mindfulness, and my background's in mental health. So I teach the children sort of mindfulness for confidence and resilience building and stress management techniques to help them.
And you're in Leicester at the moment, aren't you?
Yes, I'm in Leicester under lockdown still. Just when I thought we were getting out of it. So everybody's feeling a bit unhappy here in Leicester. We're still confined to our homes.
Thank you, May. Thank you. Okay, let's go to the far right here.
Hi, my name is Kyra and I'm 13 years old.
Wonderful. Anything more you'd like to say about yourself?
I enjoy playing musical instruments.
Wonderful. So this is about you briefly saying something about yourself before we ask Jamal about himself. So Olivia, it's your turn to unmute yourself. Thank you, Kyra.
Hi, I'm Olivia. I'm 11 years old and I'm a gymnast.
And you're a gymnast. Thank you for that.
Fantastic.
Thank you. Christian, it's your turn.
Hello, my name is Christian and I'm an aspiring producer.
Wow. Listen up, Jamal. You've got competition there. An aspiring producer. Thank you, Christian. Carmel, please introduce yourself.
Okay, hi, I'm Carmel Cameron. I used to teach, I may have taught you, Jamal, at Acton High School about 50 years ago.
Yeah, I remember you, miss.
Oh, I love the respect. I love the respect.
Okay, yeah, and I mean, I just love to see children writing. I'm retired now. I was an English teacher, still teach English. Anyway, I love to see children's writing. Okay.
Wonderful. Thank you. I love the respect there. Aaliyah and Max, please introduce yourselves. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Max. I'm 11 years old and I enjoy playing football.
Wonderful. Thank you, Max. Aaliyah.
Hello, my name is Aaliyah. I'm 10 years old and I like acting.
Thank you, Aaliyah. That's lovely. And now we come down to Joshua. Joshua, bring your face to the camera. I can only see your head. That's a beautiful smile. Thank you, Joshua. It's your turn.
I am Joshua and I enjoy playing basketball.
Wonderful. How old are you, Joshua?
8.
Fantastic. You're having a birthday soon, aren't you? Wonderful.
Hi, I'm John. I'm not going to say how old I am, but a bit older than most of you. But I've been involved with WAPPY from the beginning with Grace. Very proud to be part of the whole situation. So looking forward to this afternoon.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So welcome everybody. Jamal, for your benefit, we changed our logo recently, about a year ago. A colleague of ours said, why don't we change it to Don't Worry, Be WAPPY? Because everyone associates WAPPY with happiness and a little bit of zaniness, okay? So that's, and then when the lockdown happened, it just made sense to keep on being positive. We had a competition, a writing competition, we called it the Don't Worry, Be Happy writing competition. And some of you, all of you wrote the most amazing stuff, all right? What is WAPPY? Well, WAPPY stands for Writing, Acting, Publishing Project for Youngsters. It's a club where children, young people are encouraged to write their own stories, poems, songs, and create their own artwork and drama sketches. Anything that comes under creative expressions, WAPPY is interested in, okay, Jamal? This work is performed and or displayed in front of a live audience where we have the workshops or at a bigger community and national events. Now that we're in lockdown, we're having to be creative and do things online too. For the Community Speaks event this Friday evening at Open Arts, we encourage our members to host shows. So it wouldn't be unusual to see a 15-year-old co-host with an adult facilitator, or even run a show on his own, or his or her own, if they're confident. We conduct high profile, you come under this category, Jamal, we conduct high profile celebrity interviews and sing or play instruments too. So we're always reinventing ourselves depending upon what is out there or what we're asked to do. Our members get their works published. Our youngest published authors are Quincy, who you've met, another little boy called Laith, who is not here today. He's also in the book. As you can see, we're quite diverse. We do have some children who are English, white, we've got Asian children, we've got Arabic children, we've got Black African children, we've got Black Caribbean children, we've got children of mixed heritage. And that's why when Benjamin Zaff and I came to us in 2014, there's that iconic picture, which is also on his website, and I've kept it on my Facebook page, it's everywhere. And he calls us the United Nations of Children. And that to me is a wonderful sort of like slogan for us to keep, okay? Finally, I think that's it basically. We have had our books published in websites as well as in art galleries, and we do things in festivals. That's it for now. So let's go to the next one. Jamal, this is you. Sit back, kick back and relax, and let's watch us listening to you. Here we go.
Hi, I'm Jamal Edwards. I'm the founder of SBTV, and I did a BTEC National Diploma in Media, Moving Image. I think the course suited me because I liked practical more than theory, and on this course I think it was like 60% practical and like 40% theory. So after I did my BTEC, the BBC got in touch and they actually saw my YouTube channel first, and I was like, oh, I really love the stuff you're doing on your YouTube channel. We'd love to explore you becoming an assistant producer for BBC Three. And when I went in there, it was all good having my YouTube channel, but having my national diploma, it just sort of took it to another level. So SBTV is an online and music lifestyle channel. I started it when I was about 15 because I didn't feel the artists that I wanted to film was being represented on mainstream media. So I wanted to create a platform for them to sort of showcase their talent. So my MBE, I got it for my services to music in 2014. It was a pretty surreal moment. I was a fan of filming anyway, and I feel like the BTEC just allowed me to have that like professional side. So I wasn't just a cameraman, I was a cameraman with a BTEC. I think one of the messages that I always say is chase your dreams, not the competition. There's going to be a lot of people out there that might be on the same course as you, that might be doing the same thing as you, and you've got to not let that sort of distract you from your goal. I choose BTEC.
Oh yeah, that's it. Did you do that interview just out of curiosity, Jamal?
When did I do it? I think it was that was a few years ago. It was a good few years ago when I did that.
You look nice and still fresh there, but you know we're gonna build on that intro, because some of our youngsters, it's just good for them to see that, and then now to hear you answer their questions. I know you had I accidentally sent some to you, but that's good because it's good for you to see what you're going to have to deal with. And then we've had some questions that have really blown me away, but you can handle anything, yeah? So let's start. First of all, we go to Quincy. and Naya. Naya first and Quincy. So there you go. Everyone listen. Good.
Hello, my name's Naya, and I'm 9 years old. My name's Quincy, and I'm 6 years old.
Fantastic.
This is our question for you. What are the negative and positive impacts of lockdown on your mental health, and why?
Right, well done. Pause now.
I think a positive is, wait, no, let me start with negative first, end with positive. I think a negative is fitness, like being like exercising, because I felt like in the beginning of lockdown, all I was doing was like waking up and spending a lot of time in my house, and I was looking at the Instagram workouts and trying to do that, but I just couldn't do it. And I just felt like I was eating a lot of food, so I was getting like a lockdown belly, and it was just like very like played on my mind, because I was just like, there was nothing to do. And I think exercise keeps your mind fit. So like I had a look at everything that I could possibly do. I tried to do running, but it didn't work. I tried to do walking. I bought a skipping rope, none of that worked. So it was like really affecting like my mental health in terms of like, I needed to get more like exercise like out and about. So the positive out of that is I then bought a bike. And now I ride a bike like every week. Like I ride like 20 to 30 miles like every session. So I do about 60, I could do like 60 to 100 miles in a week, which I could do. So like riding my bike has been a very positive thing for me. And like that was a positive out of a negative. So yeah, and that helps me a lot. Like if I'm working a lot and I've got a lot on my mind, I literally just take my bike out, I just go on a ride. I have no destination. I just ride
No, that's really good.
That's really good. You know what? And I would never have, thank you so much. I would never have thought of those questions, you know. That was pretty hard hitting for 6 and 9-year-old children. Yeah. So well done for that, Naya and Quincy. We're going to go to Olivia and Joshua. Remember what you're going to do, Olivia and Joshua? So first, Olivia, and then you come in, Joshua. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Olivia and I'm 11 years old.
Hi, I am Joshua and I am 8 years old.
How many people told you that
you will never be successful or get there?
In the beginning, I think a lot of people, because they didn't understand what I was doing. So when I first started, when I was in school, my teachers was like, "Oh, what?" I said I wanted to be an entrepreneur, and they was like, "No, like how are you gonna be an entrepreneur? You can, like, you're gonna work in a shop or whatever." And I think at the beginning, because what I was doing was quite new, no one really understood it, so they disregarded it, they dismissed it. So they was like, "Nah, it's not. You're not gonna be able to create a channel." And then like when I first started opening the channel, and then I probably got like 1 million views, I was like, I'm gonna hit 100 million views. Then people was like, yeah, you're not gonna hit 100 million views. So you're always gonna have doubters every step of the way. Like doubters from the beginning at school, even to doubt. Well, I don't have that many doubters now because of how far I've come. But in the beginning, there was a lot of doubters. And the person that said I couldn't get 100 million views, I got like 700 to 800 million views now. So like that just put what that person said to the side. So yeah, like when you're first starting, you're gonna have everyone that's gonna doubt you, because they probably don't have the self-belief in themselves. So you just need to keep focused and don't let anyone sort of distract you from what you want to do.
Wonderful. That is an amazing answer to a fantastic set of questions. Thank you, Olivia. Thank you, Joshua. Good. Thank you, Kyra. Fire away.
Hi, my name's Kyra and I'm 13 years old. And my question for you is, what was the main part of growing up that helped influence your successful profession today?
I think being from Acton, like growing up around here. I think being told no was quite an like effect. Like, I think if I didn't get told no so many times, I wouldn't have been so stubborn. I've been a very stubborn person. So if someone tells me no, I want to try and do it. So I feel like that like is the opposite of like, that's sort of like the inspiration that I got from to get to where I am today. And I feel also my peers that I was around, they was getting quite successful. So that also inspired me to get as successful as them in the early days. But yeah, I think I learned a lot of my, like, where I gained my inspiration from watching TV. Like, I saw Richie Rich back in the day. He had McDonald's and a roller coaster in his garden. And I was like, oh, I want to have that one day. Just like little films like that that inspired me to try and get that. I haven't got a roller coaster in my back garden yet, but I can still aim high.
Amazing. Did you all hear that fantastic answer? Thank you. You're so generous, Jamal, you know, and we're getting to know you much, much better. Thank you so much for that. Very thought-provoking questions. I don't even think I could have come up with those questions. Next is Christian. So Christian, get ready now. Unmute yourself, son. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Christian, and my question is, has the coronavirus made you look at or reflect on things in your personal or business life that you have changed or want to change?
So yeah, it has, in a way. Before lockdown, I never made as much videos as I wanted to do. When I started SBTV, the main reason for me starting SBTV is because I wanted to film musicians. But recently, I've been doing everything but filming musicians. So the lockdown has really made me stop, because I have a hectic lifestyle every day. Like, I'm either doing a shoot, I'm doing a talk, I'm just everywhere. But in lockdown, it has allowed me to stop and just reevaluate everything. Like, I want to do rebranding, I want to start shooting music videos again. And I think it's a blessing as well as a curse for me, because I was just able to completely just like look at everything. So for me, it's like helped. It's helped in a way. And like now, like, I'm literally planning stuff. The stuff that I've been planning in lockdown, I'm actually doing. So it was like the world stopped, which was good for me, because for the past 10 years, 10, 11, 12 years, it's just been non-stop. I think this period, this 3 months, 4 months that we've had where nothing's been going on, has been the first time ever since I was like 14, 15, where I've just been able to stop for a considerable amount of time. So yeah, it's helped me reevaluate everything I do, business-wise and personal-wise. I think fitness, it's like helped me just relook at fitness, because I'm not doing anything all day. If you don't do anything all day and you're eating all the time, because I love food, you're gonna get a belly. So that's sort of I need to get rid of my lockdown belly. And if anything outside of this, I want to keep on my fitness. That's one thing that I want to try and do, is keep on my bike even outside of lockdown.
I love that lockdown belly. All these new concepts are coming up, but it's true. I think we're all in the same boat. Sometimes we're being polite, but when I see people after some time, I'm seeing belly, I'm seeing legs, I'm seeing cheeks, I'm seeing all, but we all have to keep fit, you know? So there's a very good point. Thank you for that. We now are going over to, I believe, Effie.
My name's Effie, I'm 16. And my question to you is, as an aspiring entrepreneur, what advice do you have for young people?
So in that video, I said, chase your dreams, not the competition, which is very important. But also, there were those, there's a quote that I like, which is, there's two quotes. There are those who look at things the way they are and ask why, but I say dream of things that never were and ask why not. I really like that, because if you think about stuff and like people are like, why, you'd be like, but why not? And I'm always like, again, that's my stubborn nature. Why can't you do that? And then the other one is just a way of life, which is love all, trust a few, do wrong to none. Like, I believe like that is something as well, like advice that I've taken that I feel like is very important in terms of just being a person. like, yeah. So those are two pieces of advice that I think are good. Was that on your question?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think
think
it's
it
answered.
does.
I think that's fantastic. It's about always dreaming and looking out and thinking outside of the box. So I remember
Why not?
years,
Yeah.
that's it, you know, years ago when I was doing sociology and we had to look at philosophy of science, and there was something about the scientific method can be a bit like you use your observation and then you, I think theory and then observation, and it leads you to say there are all these white swans there, keep looking for white swans to disprove your theory. And then someone came along, it might have been either Karl Popper, I don't know, and he said, you know what, there are all these white swans in the world, but look for the black swan. Because when you find the black swan, you've got to forget everything that you know already. Because you look for the things in the world that aren't necessarily there and believe in them. So that reminds me of that, you know. But we want to make sure we include every young person that's taken time to come into this session. So, Aaliyah, I'm putting you on the spot. Do you have a question? You better nudge your brother. I know he's had a hard day. Nudge your brother. Bless him. He's had a hard day at school. So bless him. He's not dissing you.
No, it's all good.
But Aaliyah, have you got a question you'd like to ask Jamal?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
My question is, when you first started your career, who do you think supported you the most?
Lovely question.
I definitely think my parents supported me the most because they was able to get me my camera for Christmas, which helped me then go and film my videos. And then also, I think like a lot of my friends, like, because I never used to be able to afford petrol to go and drive to these video shoots. So having my friends drive me to the video shoots, they was really important in my early career as well. And I find that you should always ask your family and friends when you're creating something to try and help you, and don't be stressed, because I used to get stressed. I was like, how am I going to get to this video shoot to film this artist? I was thinking it was a video of an artist called Gigs, and I was like, got to go Peckham. I'm like, oh my gosh, how am I going to get there? So I asked my friends, and a lot of my friends were really crucial in helping me start, as well as my parents.
Thank you. Let me go to Joshua first, because the question they asked you, I think, was Olivia's question. I'm going to see if Joshua, where are you? Have you got your own question, Joshua, that you'd like to ask before we go back to Olivia? Okay, you ask your own question, and then we'll come back to Olivia, okay? Go on then.
What was it like moving Luton to London?
What was it like moving from Luton to London?
Yeah.
So I was probably, I don't know, I was like 5 or 6. So I don't really remember, but I think like one of the big things about moving to London was the opportunity. Like, I feel like there was much more opportunity in London than there is in Luton. But like, I've still got a lot of family in Luton, and I'm trying to do a lot of like grassroots projects there, similar to what I'm doing in Acton, because that's where I was born. So like, yeah, I find like when I go to Luton, the people I talk to there, they always like, oh, Luton, like everywhere outside of London, like is not as much opportunity as in London, which is true at some point, but you just got to make your opportunity for yourself, because there's people up in Birmingham, Manchester, Liverpool, and there are people in Luton that are using their scenarios that they have. They shouldn't allow their scenario to dictate where they want to go in life and think everything's in London, because not everything is in London. You just got to use what you have around you to make it happen for yourself.
Wonderful, thank you. You have your own question, Max?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
I said, how did your career take off?
So I think it's been a period of like oomph moments. So I think one of the first oomph moment that I had was a Google Chrome advert, which came out in like years ago. And then like when I filmed a video with Ed Sheeran, that was an oomph moment. When I did a Boy Better Knows cypher, that was an oomph moment. When I got my MBE, that was an oomph moment. So I always look at, over the years, having like 4 oomph moments, like big moments, like where it puts you in the crowd again. So I find it's been over my like, don't know, I've been going since like 2007. Over my like 12, 13 year period, it's been trying to keep up with those oomph moments. And so there wasn't a defining moment that I was like, yes, I've made it, because someone saying to me, I had my name on a bottle, they thought that I'd made it. So it's like definitions of making it is different for different people. But it's about trying to keep consistent and always have these moments throughout the year to keep your name relevant.
Brilliant, thank you. You know, before we finish, I want to ask Olivia her question, and then if there's any adults amongst us that might like to ask a question. I've got one question, but I'll leave it right to the end. So Olivia, ask your second question, please.
Who supported you the most?
I think we had a question like this before, didn't we?
Yeah.
But if you want to expand upon that.
The part of the answer that I didn't give, because I gave my parents and my friends, was the artists, because the artists supported me and I supported them back. So it's quite symbiotic, which means that we both come together to create.
I love that word.
So I find the artists actually supported me as well.
I love that word, symbiotic. You know what symbiotic means? You did it really well. You put your hands together. It's a bit like when you've got, I learned that term in biology, when we've got like the food chain and you've got animals, creatures that go into the soil, they give the soil good. My daughter's cursing me in the background because I'm giving too much of a long talk. But the creatures go into the soil and give goodness to the soil, and the soil gives goodness to us. Life, so there's symbiotic relationship. So that's my contribution to what you're saying. But I have a big question, but I don't want to steal the moment. I want to ask May and I want to ask Carmel if you have any questions to add. May?
A lot of the work that we do with our children is about building their confidence and their self-esteem. As a young child, do you think that were you confident, or is that something you've had to work on and develop, or?
I definitely was not confident. Like, it's happened over the years. Like when I first started, I was like scared to walk into like Ealing Broadway and try and ask for a job. Like I was a very timid, shy kid. And as I've grown and the platform's grown, that's giving me my confidence, my self-belief to be what it is that I am today. So yeah, I didn't start off as confident. I see a lot more kids that are way more confident, like when I work, because I work with kids in the Delve stuff that I do, that way more confident than I was. And that's just happened over a period of time, how the confidence has sort of grown in me.
Yeah. So you feel that every time you've achieved, you know, a goal, even if it's a little goal, that's sort of grown your confidence and encouraged you and led you to kind of feeling that you can do more, and your self-esteem has grown as well.
Yeah.
That's great.
Fantastic.
That's great for our children to hear that. Teacher
Carmel.
Well, I'm not going to ask a question. I'm just going to say thank you to Jamal, because he is a young man. He's fought his way through and he's made it and he's worked really hard. And I just love the way he keeps on giving and giving and giving and talking to children and encouraging them, and, you know, in different platforms, different areas. And they see him, and, you know, he's an inspiration. And all I'm going to say is thank you, Jamal.
I think we all should. That's a good one to finish. We all need to say thank you. So let's all unmute. Let's say thank you. We'll give you the last word, Jamal. Okay. So everyone, 1, 2, 3. Thank you, Jamal. Thank you, Jamal. That is so nice. Thank you. And what would you like to say to finish up, Jamal?
Whatever it is that you want to do, I think one of the big things that I wish someone told me when I was younger is just go for it. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You were all under the age of, like, I don't know, how, like, you were under the age of 15 or all under the age of 20. You've got your whole life ahead of you, like, and don't be like worried about if you haven't figured out what it is that you want to do, like, because your friends have figured it out. Like, time, like, patience, like, don't feel like you're not doing something because your friends are doing it. And don't let that sort of distract you from what you want to do, and yeah, go for it. I think that's the main thing. I'm getting old now. I'm 30 in a month. like I feel like, obviously, I don't know, like, I feel like I'm getting old, like, and like, yeah. So
you're
like,
just a spring chicken.
Yeah. Well, do you know what? My life starts at 30. That's what I say.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. We've made history today and we are so grateful to you, Jamal. Just as Carmel said, you are so generous. No matter what we do in life, we must never forget our roots, you know, because without our roots, we're nobody. So thank you so much. And thank you, young people. You're all an inspiration. Without you, there would be no WAPPY. And have a good evening. And we hope to see you all either online or live on Friday. Thank your parents too, because they are part of our support system. Thank you. Yes, have a good evening. Nice one. Bye, everybody. Bye. Thank you. Bye, Jamal. Bye, everyone. I'll be in touch with you all. Thank you so much. It's lovely to see you. Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Thank you.